Shut the fuck up, you stupid bitch. Alright guys, it's your boy K-Dog, here for TBT Rants. I was gonna call it TBT Reviews, but then Marissa was like, why don't you just call it TBT Rants? Greatest fucking idea I've heard in a very long time. So we're gonna kick it off. This time I went in on Netflix and I was looking around and I seen this one show that was pretty old school. The Magic School Bus. You know, the good old show with the kids on it and they're going through the school bus and having a good old time.
Please let this be a normal field trip with a friend? No way!
Yeah, it's crap. No, seriously, it's a crappy ass show.
Cruising on down Main Street, you're relaxed and feeling good.
And I know this because I watched it. I watched like 2 or 3 episodes. And I couldn't get any further than that because it was pretty crappy. But back then it was pretty great. Now first off, you have the cast. Of course you got Miss Frizzle. The bitch is obviously on something. Always fucking going around. And she's got to be on some type of X-pill rolling or some shit. You got Liz, the iguana, who's always with her. You know that motherfucker's high because he's an iguana. He's always like looking around and shit. Always going on these adventures. He don't even probably like the bitch. Phoebe, she was a lame bitch. I don't even got much to say on that bitch. She was just lame. Ralphie, the one with the R on his shirt. He was pretty cool back in the day. I thought he was cool, but really he was actually a lame ass because his puns sucked ass. His jokes were horrible. Like if you listen throughout the whole entire show, his jokes were just corny. Then they put Keisha on the show, which is a black girl. But why did they have to name her Keisha? It's like naming her like LaFonda or some shit like that, like a Napoleon Dynamite. Then of course you have the bitch made Arnold. Why he's even in the show, I don't even know. This motherfucker just wants to stay home all the time. He's a lame. He's a loser. He doesn't want to do shit. Why didn't I stay home today? He doesn't want to do nothing with his life. Like, what are you gonna do when you get out of school, dude? You're fucking lame. Then you got Janet, Arnold's cousin. She's a total bitch. She always thinks she knows everything. Prove it. Prove it. Bitch, no one likes you. Why are you in this classroom? She comes in like probably 7 or 8 of the episodes, but nobody gives a fuck about her. I guess you could just say she would be like the villain of every other episode, like in other cartoons. But since it's a kid's show and it's about school, what kind of fucking villain can you have? She's a piece of shit. You had Dorothy Ann, the blonde bitch. Self-explanatory, she was blonde and she was dumb. Wanda Lee, really now? Wanda Lee, the Chinese kid, you're gonna name her Wanda Lee? How stereotypical can you get in this damn show? You don't get no more stereotypical than this. Carlos, and he's a Mexican kid. I'd be so surprised if his last name wasn't like Ramos or some shit like that. But they would probably pronounce it like Ramos. Because you know that's how they do us. They gotta always fuck us all up. Last, you have Tim, the black kid. Why they named him Tim, I don't know. He's just like the oddball out. Nobody really gives a shit about this character. He's kind of like Phoebe. First episode's about space.
4, 3, 2, 1, blast off!
They go to every planet. How they go to every planet, I have no fucking clue. It's so fucking stupid. Now that I'm thinking about it more, it just pisses me off how dumb this fucking show is. How the hell are you gonna go to every planet in a class period? I'm sure a class period is what, maybe a couple hours at the most? But really? It don't make no fucking sense. The show's fucking stupid. You get about a minute in, Liz is high as fuck.
Phoebe? Okay, Ralphie.
You got the kids hanging up some bullshit on the ceiling and...
It's going to be a model of the solar system. Neat, huh, Janet?
And then you got Janet comes in.
I hate to tell you, Cousin Arnold, but when my class built one, the sun was so huge.
Shut up, bitch. Nobody likes you. I mean, this bitch is so annoying. If you look in the background, the skeleton doesn't like her.
Keisha, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto. My class already studied the solar system.
He's covering up his ears. The motherfucker don't even got ears. And another thing. Why the fuck is she his cousin? She looks like his damn sister. I mean, granted, me and my cousin kind of look alike. This bitch looks like a splitting image. Identical twin. Phil and Lil or some shit. It's fucking dumb. And I'm not even off her yet. I can't even get off this character. Why is she even there? First of all, she's supposed to be at another school, but somehow she gets to come to their school because she's so smart? That makes no sense whatsoever. And since when did other schools let other kids from other schools join their school? It sounded incredibly confusing, but you know what I mean. And then she has this little phrase she likes to say, prove it all the time. That shit's fucking annoying. Nobody wants to prove anything to you. Everybody just wants you to fucking leave. Everybody be glad if the magic school bus ran and fucking over your damn body right now. Why can't that magic school bus turn into a magic cannon and blast this bitch's head off? They're going through space, they're passing by the sun, and they're like,
Look how huge it is!
I'm just like, that's what she said. But in all seriousness, how the fuck are they that close to the sun in the first place? I know that shit should have singed her body. And then they're getting on each planet, and they go to every planet, so the episode's continuing on, and blah blah blah. It's a bunch of bullshit. But this bitch Janet, I have to keep going back to her, decides that she wants to collect an item from every single planet. Really? Just to prove that she went to these planets. First of all, bitch, nobody's gonna believe you that you even went to these planets. And second of all, even if you did have these items, they probably would be melted by the time you get there. You're not gonna pick up no asteroid for damn sure. That bitch is gonna be bigger than the bus. What could you possibly bring? Gas? I'm pretty sure that's not gonna work. It's not gonna stay in the bottle that long. And anything else that you get from the planet, it's gonna be deteriorated by the time you get home. What were you thinking? Like I said, she's a piece of shit. So then whenever they're traveling to Venus, you know how it has poisonous gases and it's like acid and shit like that? Well, they get off on the planet.
Check out those weird clouds.
Miss Frizzle's all like, oh, well that's sulfuric acid. And they all scream,
Sulfuric acid? Mm-hmm.
aren't y'all like 7 or 8? You're not gonna know what the hell sulfuric acid is? I'd be damned if you know what sulfuric acid is. I probably didn't even know what the hell that was when I was that young. They're fucking kids. These kids are not that smart. Come on now. Then as you're getting more into the episode, Miss Frizzle has to fix the bus because the bus ends up breaking or some bullshit like that. This stupid bitch Janet again. She's being a bitch like usual. Stupidly. So she goes out there to try and help Miss Frizzle, but she sees a fucking like asteroid passing by and she wants to get it in the bus. And so she stops helping Miss Frizzle and tries to get the item on the bus. Fucks up everything, and then Miss Frizzle gets lost in space, even though this bitch probably got sucked in some type of black hole or vortex and died, but somehow she ends up on another planet, and that planet just so happens to be Pluto. Now, first of all, Pluto, really? Pluto's so far from the sun, it'd be so fucking cold. They'd all be frozen. They'd all be dead. They wouldn't even be there. It'd be impossible for them to get there in the fucking first place. This whole show is a piece of shit. So then when they get on the fucking planet, they find Miss Frizzle. They're like, yeah, cool. And then you got Janet again. She wants to take something with her. But this time she doesn't because Arnold doesn't want to let her because he's like, no, you can't take all this stuff. We can't fit it on the bus. You know what he decides to do? This stupid fuck. In fact, that's actually the best part of the whole episode. This dumbass takes off his helmet and he freezes. Now I know what you're thinking, that should have been the end of Arnold's life. No, then he get back to Earth and he just has a cold. A simple cold. He's not even at home. All these times you always talk about how you want to stay home and you're fucking sick off your ass and you're at school? To end off this whole thing, they have this segment at the end where all the kids call in. Well, then you got this one dickhead kid who likes to call in at the end of every fucking episode.
Hello, Magic School Bus.
Don't you mean The Twilight Zone? That show had more science fiction than fact.
And do what I'm doing right now. Be a fucking scumball piece of shit and be like, well, how the hell did they get so close to the sun? If you think I'm lying, look it up. This kid is an asshole. Whoever it is, he has nothing better to do with his life but troll the Magic School Bus just like what I'm doing. And for that, you're a piece of shit, this show's a piece of shit, and I can't stand it anymore. Fuck this show.